Two.
What up, everybody? I want to welcome you back again to another week of NFL Fan Talk. I'm your humble host, Big G.
It's your boy Raider Mike.
And the young architect back at it again, man.
Yes. This week we wanted to start it off a little different because had an amazing game on yesterday. We want to give major props to Deion and them Colorado Buffaloes. Last year they went 1-11. They had the biggest against the spread losses for the whole season. They lost by an average of 4 touchdowns last year. Now they won one game. And guess who it was against? Good old Calvert.
I knew it.
The local team here. But yesterday, man, as a 20.5-point underdog, they pulled it off, big upset, and they beat TCU, the team that lost in last year's national title game. So we're gonna start it off. Architect, what you think about that, man? Big game.
Yeah, man. If it's any showing that this is things to come, I think Colorado is definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with. Still got to clean up some stuff on defense. You know what I'm saying? Allowing 42 points. Hey, you can't do that every game and win and expect to win. But overall, man, I think really I want to talk about Shedeur Sanders breaking in his very first Power 5 game, breaking the passing record for Colorado, 510 yards, 37 for 46, 4 TDs. You know what I'm saying? Big game from him. You and I were talking about it earlier. You were talking about putting the Heisman bid now, and I'm right there with you. I think if he continues to play like this, show up and show out, I think he'll definitely be in that Heisman conversation, as well as Travis Hunter, because that boy played damn near the whole game.
Yeah.
On both sides, and he was making plays
man.
on both sides, man. That man is a
Yeah.
dog. So I'm definitely excited to see what Colorado is going to do this year, especially playing in the Pac-12 with what it is right now. I think looking at it like right now, yeah, I think they're going to be up there. You know what I'm saying? At least in the Pac-12. So let's hear what y'all think about it as well.
Oh, yeah, Raider Mike.
Well, what I think what Deion is doing is he had totally overhauled this damn whole team. And for them to come out and play, I mean, I know they gave up 42 points because I seen the little thing, but I was impressed. I knew that it's not just about the players, it's coaching too. You know, Deion have them think they can walk on ice or dance in the water and not get wet. And boys playing. I mean, that was a good game, but his son, I mean, I knew he was good, but I'm glad he did what he did yesterday, because I know they probably thought because he was playing at Jackson State that he was going to be able to do it with top tier competition, you know. And he just did that, and I was impressed when I looked at the stat sheets. And you know, Prime after the game, you know, Prime was pretty fired up, and he should be. I mean, he be the guy that turned that program around. I know they ain't winning the Pac-12, we know that, but you know, but they're gonna be good. And you know, I was impressed with that. I think we got more to come. They're gonna get better each week, I think. Like you said, clean up the paper mache defense, because you can't give up 42 every week. So but in general, college football, a lot of these teams don't play that good at defense anyway. It's about the team to get the ball last wins. if it's two good teams playing. So you already know that. So that's my take on it. But yeah, I'm glad. I was impressed. I really was, especially the opponent. It was TCU. So that was a big statement, and I think there's more statements to come this year from them. I think Deion got them, you know, moving in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, it's a lot to be said, man. Like we said, Shedeur threw for 510, but shit. First time, I think, in Colorado team history, also, they had 4 receivers over 100 yards, man.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, Dylan Edwards had 135 with 3 TDs. Yeah, Travis Hunter, he had 11 receptions, 119 yards. Xavier Weaver had 6 receptions, 118, and then Jimmy Horn Jr. had 11 for 117 in the tug. So I have a philosophy when it comes to football, man, or really any sport. You got to score to win. That's the whole thing. And for me, if you have an offense that can put up points, man, you're always going to be in the game. They all going to be exciting, but you gotta have stops too. So they need to shore that up because their back end is cool. Their corners and their safeties, man, they got some top tier talent out there, but damn, that front seven, man, uh, it's like some Swiss cheese up out there. But then you also got to take this into account. TCU is in the Big 12. That's all they do is score. You know what I mean? So that's impressive playing against a team that is in a track meet and you kept up. And not only did you keep up, but you won. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not gonna in the Pac-12. I don't know, Mike. You said they're not gonna win it for sure. I don't think that's a foregone conclusion because they'll be able to score against anybody. Man, San Jose State was scoring against USC, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know that looked. Yeah, that one wasn't too good.
So I saw in the beginning of the game, Boise was putting up points against Washington. Although in the end, both Washington and USC blew out the teams they were playing. But that defense is vulnerable. Nobody's in the Pac-12 with no stellar defense. So, hey, man, if you can get in these shootouts and pull them out, you never know, man. You never know.
28 points to San Jose State.
Not to mention this week, I think on their defensive side, I don't think that the number one recruit, Cormani McLean, that corner, I don't even think he played. So that's another one that they're going, you know what I'm saying? They're going to let loose eventually, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, see, so yes, indeed, man. Kudos to Deion, kudos to the Buffaloes. But now we're going to get to why we came here, get into some NFL action. We don't have games this week. You know what I mean? All the games start next week. We're not going to do our predictions till this Wednesday coming up. But tonight, we're going to just go over a little bit that's left in the season, some things that just happened. And first and foremost, we're going to talk about T.J. Hawkinson, Hawk. Big tight end, just signed a 4-year, $66 million contract, $18 million signing bonus, $29 million guaranteed. It says he's the second highest tight end, but his $40 million guaranteed ranks him as number one. But I was looking over salaries for tight ends, man. I don't know how they calculate this stuff up and down, But if you look for tight end top salaries, it goes Evan Ingram, Dallas Goedert, Cole Kmet, Dawson Knox, and then David Njoku. And prospectively, they make $15 million, $14.2, $12.9, $12.5, $12.5. Ironically enough, the next tight ends at $12.5 and $12.5 is Kelsey and Kittle. I can't believe that they aren't in the top 5 salaries. So technically they are, because Njoku, his is 12.5, and so is Kelsey. And actually no, his is 12.5. Kelsey and Kittle is 12.25 each. Okay. So at the time they signed, of course, they were the highest paid, but these contracts keep re-upping. These cats need to have that damn. Oh, by the way, Darren Waller makes $11.8 million, and man, I'd have that contract. I forget there was a pro baseball player signed a contract, and within his contract, he wrote in there he had to be one of the top 3 paid at all times.
Oh shit!
So he signed it. Man, I wish I remember who that was. He signed. He's the highest paid, and then every time someone would jump over him and he jumped down to number 4, his salary would go up to the 3rd highest. So, but when you're the best at something like Kelsey or Kittle, man, something like that needs to be written in. But Raider Mike, what do you think about T.J. Hawkinson being the highest paid tight end or close to the highest paid?
He good. I mean, he worked them. I think he worked the money. He's good. He earned it. He has been consistent every year he's played. Even when he was when Detroit wasn't good, he was still always good. He was that best. He was before they started getting these wide receivers. He was the best, option for the quarterback. He was. And I think that it's good. I mean, everybody gonna get paid. I mean, you know how it is. Even if those other 2 guys are better, yeah, they are. But I like Hawkinson. I like he's good. I think he's earned that right to get that money. I mean, shoot, everybody else is getting paid. I mean, he's a valuable player for them. They need him. What's he on Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, they got Jefferson, but he opened it up. You may open it up for Jefferson down the middle if he can get, and he blocks. So he's just not just a receiving tight end. I mean, he may block too. And I base it on that. I mean, you can't just be a receiving tight end. You can't block. You got to be able, to
And
get
the only
money.
thing with him though, he's known to drop a pass or two though. That's the only thing though.
Hawkinson will drop a pass or two, but he's known to make some plays though. So they draft, so strictly on playmaking ability that he has, and he got it. I mean, I think that was he earned that. I mean, he earned it.
Okay. What about you, Architect?
I like TJ Hawkinson, man. I've been watching him since he was at Iowa. Those Iowa they pump out linemen and tight ends, man.
Yeah.
For me, he does remind me of a little bit of a George Kittle, where he's willing to actually block, and he's actually pretty good at it. Yeah, although he may drop some passes on the here and there, but when most of the time when they need him, he shows up and he shows out. I did see in his contract notes that his salary fully guarantees, or 10.9 million of his salary fully guarantees in March of 2024, which is even if he gets injured, he gets that money. You know what I'm saying? So that's good to see. Plus he gets a bonus through 2027 of every game he's active. He gets $30,000 a game, which in total is like $500K. So good on him, because he playing in Minnesota. For whatever reason, players do tend to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, good on him. 60. I think it says his average salary is 16.5 right now. You know what I'm saying? After the signing, and then they also, if it, for Minnesota, if it doesn't work out, they have an out at in 2026 where he'd only be accounted for 7.2 million in dead cap space. So, it's kind of a win-win for both, because they're securing somebody who obviously Kirk Cousins is going to need, along with to kind of take the pressure off Justin Jefferson over there on the outside. But good on him, man. It's good to see these players get paid. But a lot to your point, I think Kittle and Kelsey, I think those guys are going to re-up, and they're going to get I think it's going to be something crazy. I think Kelsey going to end up getting like 20 million a year or something like that when he resigns.
You better get it right now, because he ain't getting no younger.
So I was about to say, Kelsey getting up there, getting
That's
longer
what I'm
too.
saying.
He getting
Yeah,
longer.
that's like 32, 32 on 33.
He got one more big cash in for him. But I mean, shit, to be honest, I feel like Kelsey, I feel like with Kelsey, if he get one more Super Bowl, man, yeah, he might be all right. If they don't pay him top dollar if he gets another Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Good on him. Good on him.
Because he long.
Go ahead, reset the market again.
And we'll see. For his sake, I hope so, man. Kittle's younger than him though, right?
Yeah, Kittle's younger than him.
Yeah.
So
Kittle might
I think Kittle's gonna be the one that break the bank on that.
Kittle just a little bit more injury prone, man. That's the only thing that what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that 49er, that offense, that 49er.
Mhm.
Well, not even to say offense, man. Everybody for the 49ers, man, they all get injured, man.
Getting toe up, man.
I mean, shoot, cats be losing their careers over there, man. I don't know, but good for him, man. Glad he got his money. You know what I mean? Hopefully, the next cats that come along get more. And speaking of money, your guy is in the office now. Guy made it back. Oh, Mr. Josh Jacobs signed him a 1-year, $12 million deal. He's got up to 200,000 in incentives. Had he signed that franchise tag like they wanted him to, he would have only made 10.1 million. So him holding out did help. And the fact that he wasn't under contract means that he didn't get signed, or excuse me, he didn't get fined for missing camp or preseason. So he didn't miss out on any money, got all his money. And if he's franchise tagged again next year, he'll make more money because he held out this time, to get more money. So pretty much win-win for him. And, only if his body is in football shape. He missed a lot of camp, he missed a lot of hits, a lot of reps. So got to see how that's going to affect his body going in the first game. But But, it's worth it. He led the league last year at 1,600 yards, rushing over 2,000 from line of scrimmage. So what do you guys think about the boy being back, man? Raider Mike. You're the Raider guy.
Well, I called it anyway. I said this before. He's going to hold out, and they're going to give him $12 million a year. I mean, for 1 year. And I don't know if I told you that, but I've been saying this for the last month.
Yeah, sounds good after it happened, though. I'll tell you that.
I said it. He was going to get 12 million. I was talking to, who else I talking to? I was talking to somebody. I know I talked to Mike, a couple other people. But the thing is, to me, they know that he's very valuable to the offense. I mean, without him in the offense, that play action don't go. He and then they looked at the other running backs. They know his value. They know his work because, I mean, Zamir White, I mean, he's good, but he ain't Josh Jacobs. I've seen some preseason games, and I've seen when he got that ball, and, when he's in open field and the cornerback is at your mercy and he make the tackle and you don't get in that end zone. If that's Josh Jacobs, cornerback getting ran over. It's a business decision for the cornerback. He getting ran over. On the 1 yard line, there's no cornerback going to tackle Josh Jacobs on the 1 yard line. That ain't going to happen. So no, I'm glad that he held out and got at least the money that he, for the year that he wanted, and just hope that he is in. We know his body is fresh, but we just hope that he didn't went through a crash course this week so he can get ready for that contact on Sunday. But it may have done his body good. Running backs, they take a lot of punishment, so maybe this may do his body good, and we're gonna find out what kind of shape he in on Monday. So yeah, like I said, I'm glad he got his money, and good for him.
You got his paper, man.
Yep, and like you said, the 200, like you said about the 200,000 incentives, but damn, but anyway, go ahead.
Let's see, man. I'm glad they signed him back because I was definitely on the outside. I was like, they might just go ahead and get rid of him, man, because I thought they were going to be satisfied with what they saw in the preseason. But seeing that they let go two of the running backs that they brought in, shortly after signing them. Looking at Zamir White, I don't think he's lead back material. You know what I'm saying? I think he'd be a good, sparing back, bring him in when he's tired, a little tap of the helmet type of thing. But I think we'll go as far as Josh Jacobs in this running game goes because albeit we have an all-world receiver in Devontae Adams, we just, when it comes to the rest of our offense, especially with Jimmy G at the helm, and it's going to, being realistic about it, you're probably going to have a rookie coming in at some point that Jimmy G's probably going to get hurt. You're going to need to rely on your run game a lot. So, getting his money, 11.7, basically 11.8 million for the year. That's cool. His per game active bonus, he gets 100K per game, which is 1.7 mil in total. I'm sure he'll try and reach that. You know what I'm saying? I just hope he comes in. I hope he still has that hunger that he had last year. And, we handled it. I think we handled it accordingly as far as the Raiders, because in totality, man, the real of it, running backs don't get paid. For whatever reason, the game changing, whatever you want to call it, running backs don't get paid. And to say that he even just was able to get 10 million guaranteed, that's good on him. You know what I'm saying? Kudos to him and his agent and his team, whatever. But it's time to go to work. It's time to show up and show out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's going to lead the league in rushing again, but he should at least be top 3, top 4. You know what I'm saying? Especially knowing that the Raiders love to run the ball. So good to see. Glad. Can't wait to see him in that new number. Maybe it's a little fresh start for him as well with the number change. I know it's something that was tied to him. He said he really he's worn that number since he was a little kid. So
what he changed his number to?
8, the same number he wore in college. Yeah, okay. He wore it in like college, high school, and Pop Warner and stuff too. So hopefully we'll see. But I'm happy for him. Glad he got his money.
Well, he needs to do a jersey exchange. I done bought 2 of them 28s.
Hey man, steal them up and hold on to them. They collector's items now.
I'm
You know what I'm
still,
saying?
I mean, because they got another number 28 right there. I was like, wait a minute. I see that number. I said, wait a minute, man. This fool really went back to 8.
Dang.
So
Yeah,
I'm
man.
gonna still rock it.
I tell you this though, man. I think people are sleeping on the Raiders, man, because you got to think in their conference, they have the best running back and the best wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, Renfro ain't no joke. You know, he gets open. You got Jacoby out there, and, you know, Austin Hooper. I mean, the Raiders got some pieces. They're not, I don't think it ain't gonna be no cakewalk playing them, man, in that division. They might clip Kansas City once. They might clip the Chargers once. You know what I
We're
mean?
good to clip in the Chargers once. That's for sure.
Hey, and look, we always been whooping on the Broncos for the
I
past
was
few
about to
years.
say they're probably sweeping the Broncos, man. I mean, just because the Broncos got Peyton as their coach, man, I don't mean they're gonna instantly start winning, man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's like you know what I when what I mean Sean Payton is just a name. He has to prove it to me. That's just like Greg when I told you when that boy came from Maryland. Greg thought he was so good in basketball. I said, Greg, you know what happened by go baseline? And when you said go baseline and you blocked this shot, I said, what did I tell you?
Yeah, that was back when I could jump a little tip. You know what I mean?
That was funny as hell. I was like, Greg, he called you out. I said, man, I remember that.
Yes. I remember that I had to toss him up out of there, man.
Yeah, that's you threw that fool. I mean, you threw it. You threw it.
Yes, indeed. Now we're gonna get to the biggest elephant in the biggest room in the Bay. Got old Nick Bosa, the 25-year-old pass rusher supreme, still not in camp, man. He's not on, he's not in the building out there in Santa Clara. He wants to be the highest paid edge rusher, in the game. As a matter of fact, he wants to be the highest paid defensive player in the game. He wants more than 31 million that Aaron Donald's getting. In the past 2 years, he's had 34 sacks, 40 tackles for loss, 80 quarterback hits. Being defensive rookie of the year and defensive player of the year. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what else do a cat got to do? Get that bread. I don't know, man. Architect, what's going on out there, man?
I know one thing. Yeah, they got Fred Warner and Hufanga out there, but they're gonna definitely need old Nick Bosa, man. Pay the man. I mean, you just read off his resume, and that's just in the past 2 years. You know what I'm saying? The man clearly is one of the best, defensive linemen in the NFL. If you want 31 million plus or 31 plus million, I say go ahead and bite the bullet. John Lynch and them, they may not want to do it, but if that's what it takes to get, your best player on the team, to get to, especially if y'all have Super Bowl, y'all Super Bowl hopefuls, go ahead, man, bite that bullet. Go ahead and pay him, man. Even if you just was able to match Aaron Donald, you know what I'm saying? Something, but you have to get a player like that in the building. You know what I'm saying? I saw something where they said he'll probably end up signing before week 1, but week 1 is basically here, and I still haven't heard any type of movement, no type of news, nothing. So, I don't know, man. I know as far as the Niners defense go, they definitely gonna need him if they want to make a deep run. So go ahead, pay the man. Pay him.
Yes. Raider Mike.
Well, I mean, his resume speaks for itself. Look what he's done. His body of work. I say pay the man. He has done the work. He has talked the talk and walked the walk. And what is the bang bang Niner gang? Nick Bosa need to get paid. They need to give him what he asking for. Give him his money. I mean, he's clearly he has earned it. I mean, I don't like 49ers. You know me. I'm anti-49er, but I got to give credit where credit is due. When a player is, you got to recognize greatness. And hopefully the 49ers open up. They better recognize greatness when they see it. I mean, the guy he's really good, and I'm impressed to how I knew he was going to be good, but I didn't know he was going to be this good. You know what I'm saying? He's a game changer, a game wrecker, and the 49ers are not going nowhere without him getting in that, being the pass rusher. Sorry.
Yeah,
Pay him.
exactly.
Pay him or pay him no attention.
Exactly. He wants to be top of one of these. Okay, so
He
the
should.
highest salary per year is 31 million. Aaron Donald, we know that. The most guaranteed money, ironically enough, is his brother, Joey Bosa, at 102 million. Highest deal on paper, the way it looks, 141 million, Khalil Mack. And then the highest signing bonus ever was JJ Watt, 80 million. So he wants to eclipse some of those numbers. You know what I'm saying? So they better break that man off because I believe he is the bang bang in the Niner gang.
He is. That's why I said it. He is the bang bang. Because if he wasn't, I'm telling you, if he ain't in that game against the Cowboys, they done lost that game.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's just there's game changers and there's just people that just play out there to be, that can make contributions. He's a game changer.
Yes, indeed, man. So I mean, if they don't sign him, they're gonna sign him, of course. But the longer they wait, better for me. I don't care, man. You know me. I'm rocking this here, man. You don't sign him, it's all good with me. I got my man 11, got 11 from heaven, Mr. Michael Parsons. He's in the house, so I ain't tripping. Next up, we're gonna take a look at the power rankings of NFL before the first game starts. We're gonna go over the top 10. Now, this is what I have. I don't know, Architect, maybe you might have a different list. I took this off of, I think, CBS.com. So I think they vary from site to site.
I think I went straight off of NFL.
Okay, so did they have Chiefs number 1?
Yes.
Eagles number 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
49ers 3?
Yep.
Bengals 4?
Uh-huh.
Bills 5?
Yep. Bengals, bingo, bang.
Cowboys 6?
Yep.
Ravens 7?
Uh-huh.
Jets 8?
Yep.
Dolphins 9?
Yeah.
Jags 10.
Yep.
All right, so that's
who the hell is Jacksonville 10? That's the one that maybe because they beat the Chargers.
I don't know. I looked at that.
I think the Chargers might have been maybe.
Because if you look at it, they got the Chargers below Detroit. They got Detroit at 11.
Well, I don't think the Chargers gonna be that good. I think the Chargers they had their chance.
But I don't know. So, Red Mike, what do you think of that order, man?
Well, that's the same order I got I got that from the NFL. I guess it's the NFL Network that's the one I got it from. So, I still think I don't know about that. I thought Cincinnati might have had been. Well, I mean, the 49ers might have been a little higher. Now, very personally, I thought Cincinnati should have been higher than the 49ers. I thought 49ers should have been 4. Cincinnati should have been 3. Really. And then this Jacksonville, I mean, they were good. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think that they should have had been 10. But damn, the Jets not even on. You know what? The Jets ain't even on here. But the Jets didn't do nothing. But the Jets didn't make no playoffs, so that's why Jacksonville's here. I get it. So me, I might have had slid if the Jets would have made the playoffs, I'd have slid them at 10.
Jets at 8 though.
Oh, that's right. They are at 8. Well, no, they're at 8. Okay. The Ravens is at 7. Cowboys at 6. But I think the Cowboys should have been above Buffalo. I think Buffalo should have been 6. Cowboys should have been 5. I think so. By the way, that the playoffs have that showing that the Bills had against your boy, the Bingo Bangos. I mean, they got their butts drummed.
Okay. Well, Architect, what do you think of the list, man?
Honestly, I probably would have slid Frisco down just a little more just because they are coming off. Brock Purdy is coming off that injury. And I mean, we don't know exactly what he's going to look like right now. He's still not 100%. In the preseason game, he didn't look too good. So I probably would have put Cincy at 3. I probably would have slid Frisco down to maybe 5 or 6. So that push up Dallas and Buffalo as well. Honestly, I think I would swap Miami and New York between 8 and 9. I think Baltimore is fine where they're at, because I think with a healthy team, I think they'll be up there. But yeah, the surprising one for me was Jacksonville as well. Honestly, I thought they would have tried to throw Cleveland in there or something, just because Cleveland is like Cleveland for their defense, or maybe even slide in the Chargers, because they're like, oh, Justin Herbert's finally going to do it type of thing. But I don't know. Jacksonville is definitely a surprising one for me. That makes it curious for me to kind of like keep an eye on them this season, see how they're going to play. Uh, but I think the top two spots for me are solidified: KC and Philly. I think those guys are. I mean, shit. Philly didn't do nothing but bolster their defensive line even more with their draft pick. You know what I'm saying? They basically got the Georgia Bulldogs out there on the front seven. So
Oh, I
you
know.
know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I think yeah, I think there's a few things that they could have switched up, but it's curious to see. Especially uh, big one for me is San Francisco, since they don't have Nick Bosa signed yet. So like I said, I probably would have slid them down, but other than that, I think the list is cool.
Uh, I find this list very egregious, man. Very egregious. There's one that I just think they are so far off on, man. For some reason, for me personally, I'm high on the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. They ended the year last year very strong, and I think they in preseason. I go a lot by eyeball test. Preseason, it's like certain things you look at. You don't just look at like, oh, if a team win or lose or whatever. You look at how they play with their one-on-ones, and then how their twos come in, and if they can execute just as well as the ones. And Pittsburgh looked like the best team to me in the preseason as far as execution wise. And I think they're tough, man. And the fact that they are 19, bro, they got the Falcons at 17. with what's his name? The quarterback?
Desmond Ridder.
They got, man, the Falcons with Ridder at 17. They got the Saints. Carr has not taken a snap for them yet this year as being better than the Steelers. The Lions, I mean, that's potential. We all think they're going to do well. They've been progressing. They have to show me, though. Now, it's always difference when you're playing the underdog role and people not expecting anything of you. But once you get up there and people are looking for you, how do you play? It's going to be a little different now, but that's egregious to me. I think the Steelers should be way higher. Matter of fact, one of my upset picks, I'm going to tell you for the first week, I think they're going to beat the Niners, man. I think Frisco is going to go there as a 2.5-point favorite and come back with an L.
Oh, they're playing in Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh, man.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So I like that. But then Chiefs solidify number one, yes, of course. Even the Eagles, man. I ain't just writing them in again, man. That was 1 year. You gotta show me something, man. And now,
70 plus sacks though on the defensive side, though.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. You know what I mean? That's very good. I'm talking about quarterback play. Jalen Hurts, everybody's got him written in as a perennial All-Pro, all that. Do it again. They got film on you now for a whole season. They know what you like to throw. They know what you don't like to throw. So we'll see. If they, but I'm not saying that he won't do well. Maybe he's still top 5, but I'm like, all right, Bengals, now that Burrow is, a little nicked up, we don't know how that's going to be.
Look like is he going to be playing week 1 or
yeah,
no?
I believe he is.
Yeah, he looked like he looked pretty good when what was that, like a week ago?
So, I mean, hopefully he's healthy. We want every team to be healthy. We want the best football we can get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Buffalo, though. Hey, man.
They're a question mark to me.
They've been slipping.
Yeah.
They've been slipping, man.
The window of opportunity.
You got to see. You know what I mean? They got them ranked very high. I mean, it's a lot of questionable teams. Even my Cowboys, man. Hey, Dak. Hey, they didn't get Trey Lance because they believe Dak is the dude. You know what I'm saying?
You know that. You know why they got
Are
him.
are we going to have a Trey Lance signing this season?
You know why they did that, Greg? They didn't when they go pick up somebody like that, they pick him if you slip up to replace you.
Not only that, they brought Trey Lance. Who we lose to in the playoffs the last 2 years?
The 49ers.
Yeah, that's right. He said, y'all
for that edge against the 49ers.
Now we got somebody in-house that's going to give up all the cheese. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, dang. Look at Florida State trying to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, even us, we shaky up there at 6. Ravens, we don't know what they're going to be like. It's a lot
It's
of
a new
mystery
offense. It's a whole new offense. So,
a lot of mystery going.
I'm not gonna lie. One shocker to me, and this is just maybe I'm a little biased. Seeing the Raiders at 29, I don't think they're
that's cold.
bad.
That's some cold.
That's cold, but you know
like,
what?
I'm gonna be honest.
That's cold.
Look,
that's cold work.
The teams they got above the Raiders that I think that we're better than. I would say Indianapolis, Carolina, Green Bay. Shit, I would even say Denver. So that moves us up like 4 or 5 spots at least. You know what I'm saying?
Man, y'all better than the Falcons, man. Falcons are way.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, for sure.
Let's go Falcons too. I'm about to say, wait a minute, man. We are being so disrespectful.
That's just cold work. Like, you mean to tell me at 29? Like, come on, bro.
And y'all not better than the Patriots, man.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Too.
I think at least top 20. You feel me?
That's what I'm saying.
Adam Rank said we was gonna go 4-13. I said, fool, what crack you smoking?
Who said that?
Adam Rank on the NFL Network said the Raiders going 4-12, 13, and he said the Bears was going 12-5. I said, fool, what crack you smoking? I want something.
He said, who going 12-5?
He said the Bears is going 12-5. I said, fool, what?
I said Bears.
I said, what Kansas City smack you smoking? I want some of it. Whatever dope you smoking, bring it here.
Yeah, that's nuts, man.
But I agree with you on the Pittsburgh thing, man. I think they're gonna be a lot better than what people expect.
I don't know about. I mean, Pittsburgh should be good because they got the coach. They got a good coach. I like the coach.
That's where it starts. Sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
They found themselves late last year. They found themselves. They went on a nice little run, man.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna see if they can stay healthy. If they stay healthy, they could. But if they don't, then they gotta stay healthy though.
Yeah,
TJ Watt have to stay healthy. TJ Watt have to stay healthy because he put the steel curtain in the steel curtain defense. So
yeah, man, what do y'all think about freaking Leonard Fournette and Kareem Hunt not being able to get signed yet, man?
I think that's ridiculous too, to be honest. Not even to say they need to be a bell cow back, but I know for sure their talents can be used somewhere. I could especially see Kareem Hunt in like Baltimore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. That is amazing.
Touchdown Lenny should have went over. They could have sent him over to the Colts. They need some help.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's so disrespectful about what's happening with the running backs right now, man.
Yeah.
Because I'm still old enough to remember when running backs were like very much part of the offense. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. It's something about having that guy who he can just hand the ball off to and he can get you a couple yards in those goal line situations, 3rd and 1, you know what I'm saying? 2nd and 5, stuff like that. Like you can give them the ball and they're going to get you positive yards. So I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying?
A couple of years before you was born, Cowboys tried that with Emmitt Smith. He held out for 2 weeks. They went 0-2. They signed him and they went to the Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying.
I remember that. Yeah, Emmett said that. I remember that too.
I think a lot of it alluded to what you said. I think a couple of shows ago when you were when everybody was signing those running backs like Todd Gurley and Zeke, and they fell off or got hurt, and it was just like, all right, never again. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know, man, but. Hopefully, with these new little strain of running backs, man, that's coming out and that's here now. Maybe they bring a little prominence back to it, because I know it's definitely a couple of teams, i.e., the Giants, Raiders. I know the Falcons are going to rely heavily on Bijan. Like these teams that are going to be running the ball, man. Hopefully, their running backs will be able to show, like, hey, You know what I'm saying? We hold value as well, but
How the hell is Denver ahead of us in the power ranking after we just whooped them?
He like, I can't let that go.
bro,
We done drop kicked them
we
like they
swept them.
supposed to. We done beat them 5 out of the last 6 times we played them. How are they ahead of us? Because Sean Payton, just because of the name,
So
he ain't
Sean
doing
That's it.
That's it,
He
right
ain't
there.
doing nothing. He ain't. They don't scare me. I'm not
more-
worried about playing them a week one.
The more I look
Like-
at this list, the more I'm shocked at Atlanta. It's just like, damn, 17, like
Damn, how they ahead? And then 29, we damn near we in the cellar.
17. Nigga, like, what has Atlanta shown that they're like, oh yeah, they're that good? You know what
I
I'm saying?
have no idea. This is crazy.
Well,
But you know, we about to wrap it up in a minute, man. Everyone, make sure everybody knows to join us at Wednesday this upcoming week,
Mhm.
7 o'clock. You know, we will be picking every game, giving our 4 picks against the spread, and do our elite season-long trek and see who can come out the winner. You know, but for this week, we're gonna sign off for everybody.
it's your boy Raider Mike signing off. We'll see you Sunday.
Yeah, man. It's your boy, the
Thursday.
Young Architect, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure y'all turn on y'all notifications for the next Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? And I'll see y'all then.
And all
Big G, man, signing out. Like I said, we'll see y'all Wednesday, 7 p.m. Peace.
y'all Raider fans, all you Raider fans, come down to Ricky's. The Raider headquarters is
Man,
over
we
there
are
now.
not advertising
Come on.
for no Raiders, please.
Come in there and watch the game. We don't
We don't wanna-
advertise.
Ain't no advertising for no Raiders on this, man. We're football fan talk, not Raider fan talk.
It's all fans. But remember, Gregory, all fans come in there. It's not just the Raiders.
Yeah.
If you've been in there lately, it's all team friendly.
Yeah.